Hey, welcome back to another GvG video in Watcher of Realms. Today I have a little bit of an update to share regarding our guild as a whole, but I'll be quick because it's getting pretty late here and I need to go to bed already. So without getting into too much detail, we're no longer part of the Panda Empire cluster, so since 1 or 2 days ago, I don't know exactly since when, but we're now officially back to being independent. So we're no longer Blood Pandas, we are back to being BloodEnvoy. And yeah, that's the main, that's the little update that I wanted to share. Our stay in the Empire, in the Panda Empire, was pretty brief, only a month, but unfortunately things didn't work out in this collaboration, let's say. So yeah, we're now back to being independent. Without getting into too much details, let's get back to our match. Today we are against this guild BlackSails. Pretty chill match. I don't know if we ever faced this guild before, but yes, unfortunately we did lose our match against Paladin Legends by about, it was more than 10% in the end, so they played extremely well, as I said in my last video. So again, congrats to them. And so yeah, this time around we are against this guild, and funny enough, my defenses fail like super easily versus this guild. I don't understand what happened. I mean, they do have some good attackers, but I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like, they almost destroyed our bot strongholds, so, but at the same time they're not like super bad or something, so I don't understand. I guess you just do whatever type of GvG guild, right? So anyways, and also my attacks were kind of sloppy this round. I only won 2 out of my 5, which was kind of, I was not expecting to win only 2. But my first attack went versus this team, which I was winning versus my copy, but of course versus the life it's gonna fail. Oh no, actually, was it? Yeah, that was my first attack, I believe. Let's just get to it, I guess. So let's say a standard feint, and then finishing it off with the flyers. But here, what tricked me was the fact that I really did not notice that Neja will kill my fiends. Will start ulting, I mean, when the fiend gets here, because this is his range. But then, I guess because the fiend did go behind Brokier for a brief moment, and that triggered his ult, or simply because he grew too big, I don't know. But so this, I mean, my fiend did stay alive. It like didn't die instantly to Neja ult, but it just was not, it didn't live long enough to kill Brokier, unfortunately. Like, it did trigger the passive, but also I guess I was waiting a little bit too much on sending the second fiend, and in the end I lost because I just did not have time to finish it. So it was kinda sloppy. So here Brokier will finally die, and so will Neja, and I'll be able to sneak past my fiend, and the 2 LGs would be pretty much enough to finish the match, but unfortunately the time said nope. So this was super frustrating, like super frustrating. I hate when I lose due to time, like this. But anyways, my next two attacks I think were my wins. Let's see. Yes, the next two attack at least were a win. First one, my first win was here versus this interesting nightmare comp. And now we're just gonna go with the shaman and mage tactic, which usually is successful versus this type of composition with Karn, Torodor and Wukong. Of course depends what are the other two units, but and Wukong should die here. Yes, he did die. And we're also hitting Emirate there. He didn't die, but okay, let's get back to the 3.5. But Torodor did die. Was that an A5 Torodor? I didn't notice, to be honest. But anyways, from here is just sending necros and dogs and getting past stuff. Although it did get kinda tight. A little bit. But it's still a win. With 30 seconds left. Moving on to the next one was also a win. Let's find a person. So this Valara team with Mari. And here Valara will be left vulnerable, since Carnelian will not put orb on her. So what we're doing here, we will activate Valara ult and take out her with the archers. She was A3 by the way, since she resisted the first hit, but that's why we send the archers like not together, but rather separate by a few seconds. And from here is pretty much a win. Praetus alone cannot kill the swarm, that's for sure. So if Valara dies, the team crumbles. I believe it was versus this team, which is kind of unfortunate that it was a loss, but because this team with Earlis instead of Karn is much stronger, and I guess I did not practice versus this team. I was thinking I was practicing, but I did not. So yeah, it was just not a good attack. Here Ingrid is in single target, but doesn't matter. Unfortunately, the dogs couldn't go through with the beholders. And then my final attack was unfortunately again a loss. An attack that I did practice against this type of team, and I'm just super disappointed that I lost. I guess I could have done the strategy more like with better timings and such, but I was winning versus my copy. But my whole idea was to send the fools, send the pharaohs, kind of like the classic swarm, right? But with only one healer instead of two. One healer, then the necros, and then Neja ult will end, and I have to send the dogs right now. I guess his ult ended quicker than the ult that I had during testing, and so the timings were a little bit messed up. And now he started ulting, and it's just super unfortunate. I guess also his Neja was stronger. I don't know, because my Neja is just A0, and it was just super annoying. Like here I still had hope that I can finish it, but he's unfortunately just did not. It didn't work. So yeah, super disappointing. Was not expecting to lose 3 fights versus this guild, but it happens, I guess. So this was our 4th round match of the season. By far the easiest one that we've had since the season started. Our first 3 matches were much more intense than this. So it's kind of also good that we have this type of match finally. And that's it. That's it basically. We'll see where we end up in the ranking next week. We did lose versus Paul, and now we win versus these guys. So 1 win, 1 loss from number 6 is gonna drop us down probably to, I don't know, like this range here maybe. No idea, honestly. We'll see. Anyways, that's the round. That's our matchup now. Almost over.